Good morning, optimists. Today is Monday, August 28th, 2023. We are about to move into Q4, if y'all can believe it. 2023, I said 22, but it's 23. Time is going crazy fast. All right, so market's moving a little sideways today. There is some uptrend, but still a little sideways. Let's see. Today we have coming up, we've got the Jolts job openings. We got core PCE price index, personal income year over month or month over month, and personal spending month over month. That's what we got coming up today. What up, Kevin? Good to see you. So we got all this today, and then I think we had some reports last week that were of high importance. These are all organized by high importance. This is actually not from today. These are today. Today we got Dallas Fed and the 2-year note, 6-month note, and the 3-month note, and 5-year. So today we just have Treasury bonds and the Dallas Fed manufacturing index. I know that we had Jackson Hole last week, and that brought in some price volatility, but not too bad. Today I'm going to be paper trading. I took a couple of trades up 300, ended up having to cut a few right in here, but we're doing all right. I'm going to just be paper trading today, so I'm kind of working on a couple of different things inside my strategy. And I want to sort of work on that in paper. So I'll probably be actually paper trading a fair amount of the week, if not the whole week. I'm going to drop this from 3 points down to 1 point. I'll be back on trading evaluation next week. More than likely. But I started this account with 38K. Just over 38K or so. Maybe it was close to 39 because I'm only up 300. On the day. I'm gonna see if I can get it up to like 40. I was up about 600 earlier, but it took a couple losses. This looks like we could get a decent breakout depending on what happens with this TTM here. It's at 1.0. There we go. But I do think that we have a little bit more opportunity in here. Now, you can see I was actually going for 3 ticks and it gave me 4. So it's TOS's paper trading is just so in terms of accuracy. I had heard that they were looking to add a paper trading component to Tradeovate for Elite Trader funding members, but I don't know if that's played out yet. But that'd be really cool if it did. We're up here at 44.45. See if we get a pullback to like, I don't know where this support line is, like maybe 43 or 44. I'm trying to buy in on this pullback here. Just bought the ask on that. I'll try and get out at 45.75, so 4 ticks. There's 3. There's 4. There we go. Okay, I'll probably be sticking with like a 4 tick range today because I had a kind of a hard time through here, but we are getting this breakout now. And if you pull this out, you can see this is a very long, extended ABCD pattern, and sort of breaking out above this now. High up there is at 47.25. I think that we're about to test highs. So we have this 1 minute pullback here. We got the TCM stacking up quite nicely. Let's see if this turns into a 3 minute pullback, but I think it's just going to be a 1 minute pullback. Maybe it will be a 3. Damn. Could have played that a little better. I was going for this candle basically to break that high right there, and just didn't. Ended up pulling back to that support level, and I'm down about 300 in this one. And I'm only going for 150, so I've already broken that 1-to-1 ratio there. Let's see, 1.9, 2.2 on TTM. Let's see if we bounce here, but normally it's a 3 minute pullback. This trade could have been better executed with a little bit more patience. I still think the trade will play, but I think it could have utilized a little bit more patience on that and got a better entry. TTM is at 2.3. Usually we top out around 4 points or 5 points. 5 points if it's heavy ripping. 4 if it's kind of just moving how it is. So I don't know if we'll get that much. But if there was ever going to be a test of the highs, I think this would be it. 2.4 to 2.8, 2.9 area. Okay, I still believe that this was going to play, so I still think the trade plan works. But the risk management, in my own personal opinion, could have been a little better, and the entry for sure could have been a lot better. Just required a slight bit more patience. It's kind of tapping that 446.25, which is just barely above our entry at 46. Yeah, we're sort of just tapping it. I'm just going to see if I can just get out. It's probably going to push past it, but this essentially just tapping it back and forth is not what I want to see. There we go. There's push up on it. So this one I actually should have waited for this full pullback. And I even mentioned sometimes it's a 3 minute pullback here. But I was going for the 1 minute pullback with the next candle to make a new high. And I realized that that's more of a stock trading strategy that I just don't see it nearly as much in futures. And so I think that it's not one that I should use for futures. It's much more common to see at least like a 2 or 3 minute pullback than it is to see 1 minute pullback followed by a new 1 minute to make a new high. I see that much more in stocks. Speaking of which, I was trading GNS this morning. Where's it at? Oh wow. I ended up taking profit on this one at like 220, and my original seller was at 228. Back to futures. But we can talk about stocks and stuff like that too. Stocks and crypto. The cryptos, huh? I don't know why I said that. I just thought it was fun. My Atomic Habit book is in the other room. I've gotten pretty far in that book. It's a really, really, really good book. Y'all should check it out. Alright, I'm going to pull this out a little bit here. Just try and get zoomed in on this. I'm going to turn off these bubbles here that show my trades. And it's kind of annoying, but I wish I could just make them have the dots like I can with most other programs. Like the little triangles that a lot of programs allow you to use. Okay, this is a nice pullback on this flag here. I was going to try and grab that off of about 44. It's a little extended, but there is this flag going on here. Put a standing order at 45. I wanted 3 contracts. $45 is kind of right at the 9 EMA. I just don't think I'm gonna get that entry. Kind of already missed it. Take another entry off of 46 if we can get in. I'm looking for an exit up at like 49. Really what I'm looking for here is a break of the highs. So we got the high up here at 47.25. We're sort of straddling that area. Should have waited for the 45, I guess. Let's hit 47.25. Which is the high. A little hammer there on this TTM drop. All right, so this has to break the high on this candle, I believe. Otherwise, I think we got to cut this trade. Doesn't look like it really has the volume to do it. There we go. We pulled 2 ticks out of that. Not as much as I wanted to see, but it's something. And I think that we made the right decision by pulling out of that trade because there is some pullback on here. Now, having said that, this does look very bullish on the day. So I do think that there is going to be more bullish action, but we may pull back to like this 42 area, maybe the EMA 35, possibly the 50, but I don't think we're going to pull back that far necessarily. I think that this might end up being like kind of a slow grind up. 44.50 may end up being a line in the sand though. Okay, not bad for paper trading today. Like I said, we'll be back on the evaluation account soon. The TTM's starting to cool on the 1 minute side. It's kind of weird only trading 1 minute. It's kind of slow, like feels slow to me. The other thing is that like stuff like this can be sort of anticipated on the 10-second chart. Which you guys see me trade often. Little pullbacks like that. Just pulling back to the 9 and bouncing quite well off that like 44, 45 area. I tried to get in there at 44.75 for a second, but missed it. This pullback may be done. Bouncing up to 46. Pulling back to 3.7, 3.5 on the TTM. So, yeah, kind of slow today, but definitely bullish. We're up 750 on the day in paper. Why is this one blue? They're long at 45. I'm looking for a bounce up to 46.25 on this flag here. So my hope was that it does not go down to the EMA 35. Let's see if I can earn 1,400 a day. Down 3 ticks in this. Looking at 46.25. You see these highs up here is at 47.25, and I had a couple at 46.3. That's too much pullback on this. I'm probably gonna have to cut this. I got some bounce up here, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. Yeah, that only bounced to 44. I'm gonna take the cut. $262 loss on that. Actually, a $300 loss. Up 450 on the day. Gonna wait for this full pullback here, so I'm actually gonna want to see this go red on the TTM for a minute. Maybe like a red yellow move. Kind of like what this one is. That's looks like what it's beginning to do. Glad I cut, because this has dropped 3 points from my cut zone. You can see that this has just been running along here. Kind of looking like, I don't know, kind of look like it's possibly beginning its decline. The 200 moving average is so far away from the 50 though that it sort of feels as if there's going to be another push or two before this starts getting closer. But right now we're getting this pretty decent sized pullback. I think we'll likely get a bounce off of this just because of the way the trend line is going. There's that red on TTM. Gonna just look for a red yellow. And for this one, we go for 12 ticks. Down here at 38. We got a downward cross. Pretty large pullback. I'm gonna buy the ask here in at 37 and a half. And I could be premature on this. The reason why I'm buying this though is because we're actually decently above the VWAP here, but also getting kind of close to the VWAP. And so the concept behind this trade is that we're preemptively taking this red yellow, and with such a drop here, I think that some of these shorts are going to cover, or at least some of these sellers, if they did happen to short it off that level. And then also we got the VWAP here plus this ascending trend as well, and the 200 is still below the volume weighted average price. So those are all the reasons why I'm kind of supporting this idea, and I'm looking to get out at 40 and a half. Should be right up here. So really you'd have to come up and test this sort of ascending support line. But we got a great entry on that at 37 and a half. Still no red to yellow, and unfortunately, I don't know. Fortunately or unfortunately, I went for more room than I think this had availability for. I'm going to drop that to a 5-tick trade. I'm going to switch the rest of my trades to 5 ticks as well. Grateful that we got that good entry, but we've kind of pulled back to it. So we did an option there to get out at 39 before this drop. We've pulled all the way back to 36 and a quarter, which is 5 ticks down from our entry, so 1-to-1 ratio right now. Point 3, 4.0. If I see a red to yellow here, I'm going to go in for like a 12 ticker. Look for a 3-pointer. Currently at 3.3 and 4.0. And it's about to be 7:45, which often gets a volume push. Even if we get a push back up to the 9 moving average, that would solidify this trade. 9 moving average is now at 39 and a half. So 3.9 to 4.6 on the red side. So their moving average is still below VWAP, but not by much. They're getting kind of close in that zone there. Currently still at that about roughly 1-to-1, but it did just drop quite a bit. This is erasing a pretty hefty chunk of our profits on the day. This one I definitely should have gone for less ticks in this, because I totally could have got that trade right here. So perhaps that was greed. Perhaps that was hope. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's something that I need to work on. That's why I'm trading in paper right now. I'm trying to identify that. So I ran into myself last week in trading, and so I was like, okay, what was it that I did right? What was it I did wrong? And everything that I did wrong was a personality based thing. So it wasn't the strategy. It was the personality. It was the stuff that I was running into as a person that was making it challenging to be profitable that particular last week. And so I had a day where I was up 500, and then I pushed again, like pushed more, and ended up eliminating all my profits. This was off stream because I don't stream on Fridays anymore, but that was on Friday, and I just sort of kept pushing it. And I was trading larger, but the larger size wasn't bothering me. Instead, I just think it was that I was trying to turn that $500 day into a much larger day, and I really just think that I should have just been accepting of those profits. And I was asking myself, why? Why is it that I pushed hard on this? Was there some sort of feeling of not enough, or was there some sort of feeling that it wasn't good enough, or that I needed to be better at? I don't know. I was really racking my brain on it, trying to figure that out. So this is actually it's like through my sell order, but it hasn't filled yet. It's because TOS is just slow like that. There we go. It did fill. We ended up getting 187.50 on that, so 5.6. And it looks like we're on approach for that red to yellow. There's yellow there. I would love to see a quick pullback on this. Maybe I'll stick with 5. Just seems comfortable. The movement's a little slower, so. Got in at 36.75, but totally canceled my other order. That's weird. I kind of hate when it does that. It has this like weird little glitch. Let's see, entered at 36.75, down at VWAP now at the moment. We had that yellow candle for a moment there. 5.9, now 6.0. It was, I was trying to capitalize on that yellow, but it just didn't continue. And then this trade's actually like pushing me down some. .9 to 6.2, 6.1. Yeah, I need to see this go to yellow. Only down 3 in this. I'm not even going for a 1-to-1 just because I think I got in my own personal opinion, I feel like I got a bad entry. And then also on top of that, Yeah, it's just riding too far, like too close to the view app. I'm just gonna cut this. What the heck? So up 450 on the day. Kind of struggling to get past that. I think the most we hit was 750. Watch out for a bounce here on VWAP. 6.0 to 6.2. Right here at the 200 moving average and the VWAP. So next thing I think I'd want to look for is cross there, but this is starting to feel a little bearish. Perhaps we'll get one more push off this VWAP here. So there's a brief yellow. I'll give it a try. Feel a little skittish though. So in at 35.25. I'm looking for that red yellow to push. This is going from 6.192 to 6.1, 6.0 area. So not a huge push. Got about 18 seconds left in this candle, and entrance is at 35.25, basically right at VWAP. And I was looking for a VWAP bounce, but nothing. There's another yellow. The fact that we're dropping below the 200 moving average doesn't give me a whole lot of confidence for long trades anymore. And this basically got rid of all my profits on the day. In this one trade here. Pull back a little bit too far. Yeah, I'm out. So gave up all of our profit on the day, down 3 ticks on a 3 contract trade style. This ended up falling a lot, dropping below the 200 moving average. Look how far that's come down. This was up here at 47, and over the last few minutes or so, last like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, about 20 minutes or so, this has dropped like 15, 16 bucks, and just continued to drop. So this trend didn't continue, and we just continued on this downward trend. No bounce on VWAP either. Kind of surprising. And this is exactly why I'm trading in paper this week, is for this exact reason. We had sort of the end of that trend reversal, and I'm attempting to go long off of this, looking for like one more bounce up, and we've just been not getting that one more bounce that we were getting throughout Q2, like April, May, June, and then a little bit into July. We were getting that same this same sort of setup right here, where we would get this pullback to VWAP or so, and then bounce nicely off of it. And that's what I was looking for with this. And I realize now, like, and this is the value of trading in paper, I realize now that what I was trying to do from a strategy perspective was something that was valuable 3-4 months ago and is no longer really valid in the current market. And so the reality of it is that what I should be doing, what I possibly should have done, is just either not traded this, or attempted to go short basically from about this point here once we dropped below this ascending support line, and began to go short on that, and then started shorting out the 9. I think that would have been a more effective strategy. And now I know myself, I would not have taken this short up here, just because there's too much chance of it bouncing off the 50, and even bouncing off that ascending support. But the one that I should have taken likely would have been this short here, possibly short right there. And these two could have fit my style pretty well. The same with this one could have fit my style pretty well. So I mentioned last week that I was going to take some time to work on shorting, and that's also what I intend to do during paper trading this week. Nothing wrong with going back to paper trading after a while, especially if you've been running into some stuff on the live side. Sometimes it's valuable to go back to paper trading. So I did well in stocks today though, so that's good. The one thing that's kind of lame is I can't do bookmap while I'm on my paper account. It doesn't allow for it. It's live only. Oop. So we'll see if this ends up being the support, but it is close. It is under that 200 moving average. So in order for me to want to go long on this, I would have to see probably a break above VWAP. So that'd be a break above 35. This is about $3 up from where we're at now. But we do got a pretty consistently solid yellow here. This went from 6.5 to 5.8 to 4.8, so that's actually quite strong. And this is what I was looking for with the previous yellows. Got a long order at 34. Tap my buy, but no fill. So it's tapped my buy a couple of times. It even pushed through it, but never filled it. We on that TOS time. So I think 34 would have been a nice entry, but I'm just not getting that entry. It's just sort of like hitting it and not buying it. Like you can see it just dropped down to 75 there and didn't fill. So I'm just gonna hit buy the ask and just see what happens. I really wanted to get in at 34. Dang it, man. Okay, this did enter long at 34.50. And did that thing where it eliminates my sell order. So what you get out at 37, which would be a 10 tick trade. And I'll put this back on. Put it at 10. Actually, I'm gonna put this down at 5. And TTM going from 5.0 to 4.0 to 3.1. So pretty good shot at this turning into a reversal with the TTM there going from 5 to 4 to 3 in 3 candles. Gotta see if it switches cyan. we get a cyan switch, then we'll likely get a decent push up. But right now I'm trying to get out at the EMA 35, just in case that acts as resistance. And this only broke through the VWAP and rejected off of it. 3.3, now 2.8, so half a point. I still don't hate this trade. I don't love it yet either. It is preemptive of 9, 12, 26. The 9 is still below the 12. So this is taken solely off of the TTM, the trade based on TTM. And I think to some degree it was a good trade. But I needed to get out earlier. I needed to get out again at like probably 5 ticks. So this tells me I'm going for too big of swings. And perhaps that's been a trouble of last week and this month as well. So if that's the case, then okay, so that's something to consider. Okay, so we're down pretty heavily in this. I'm just gonna cut this because it was a 3-point drop in the wrong direction, the opposite direction of my trade. So yeah, so a lot of self-reflection going on for me this week, and just overall 2.9 now to 2.5. We're here at 803, which usually gets a volume push up, or I should say a volume push. Usually it ends up on the upside, but not necessarily. $2.9 to 2.36. I gotta be careful going long here since we are below the 200 moving average, but also we're really close to the cyan switch on a 1 minute chart, which is a strong move, but it can reject the entirety of the move. And with everything being below the 200, it just doesn't feel I don't have enough factors lining up to justify that trade. I essentially have this TTM build, which is going quite nicely, but there's nothing else to support it. Not yet, anyway. Entered long at 31.75. The reason why I keep going long is really has a lot to do with the CTM build, but this went from 1.9 down now to like 1.8. It's not a heavy build there on that last candle. 31.75. $1.9, 1.8. As long as we stay yellow, we should be okay. 31.75. 34.50 is right there. There's the 26 dropping below the 35. That's definitely more of a bearish sign. 1.6. Okay, 1.9 to 1.6 to 1.3. Moving at 0.3 now. This is kind of a moment of truth, because it's got to first off hold 30, and it's got to stay yellow on the CCM. You can see that flash of red right there. And broke below 30, and that flash of red is becoming a solid red. Time, it's about 5 seconds left in this candle. This candle better close above 30. 29.75. It's super close. This one's opening red as well. 1.8 to 2.0. 16. 1.8. Now 2. I'm going to cut this. Yeah, I'm out. So you see how easily you can go from a winning day to a losing day, yeah, it could be that simple. So this is something I was dealing with last week, and so I need to diagnose this issue that's going on here with my trading, because what's happening is what's happening is I'm yawning. What's happening is I'm getting into the green usually pretty decently, and then I'll more or less like overtrade that and pull that back into red. And the Q, yes, part of it is overtrading, but there's another psychological thing that's actually happening there, and I'm trying to pinpoint that into words to where I can totally completely understand it. I can feel it, how it is, but I haven't quite been able to extract it from whatever that feeling is going on somewhere in the center portion of my brain through like links, I would say in the temple area. And in the center by the pineal, is kind of where I feel that energy, and then also in the shoulders and the back of my neck. And so I don't know exactly, like I can sort of feel what it is in my body. I'm trying to figure out how that is translating psychologically into my own trading. Um, and I've been trying to feel it out now for about probably like 10 days, and so there's something going on there psychologically that I don't fully understand, and I'm trying to figure that out. So that's why I'm on paper this week, is to figure that out. That is the quest for me for the week. If I can figure that out, whatever is going on psychologically that is causing me to get green and then overtrade those profits away. Now the solution is simple. The solution is walk away as you're green. That's the solution, but that requires number one willpower, which can wane from time to time. But also number two, it requires the ability to be able to recognize that and listen to that at that particular moment in time. And I've tried to mitigate it in the past by setting a profit target on the day, but that has also screwed me over at times too, because I'm like, oh, I'm green, but I'm not at my profit target, so I'll keep trading. And so sometimes that can push me in the wrong direction too. And so I'm trying to figure out psychologically and sort of that overall gut feeling, that overall intuitive feeling, not just when to walk away, but why to walk away, and being able to recognize psychologically what is beginning to shift in my energy, in my way of thinking, and anything else um, that is causing that overtrading. I'm looking for the cause, not just the solution, because the solution is there; it's obvious, but without finding the cause, the problem will continue to recur. And so that's why I'm trying to identify that. Trading is like it's it's so much more than just the strategy. It's also understanding the person, the psychology of yourself, and constantly delving deeper into that and figuring out exactly what drives you and why. And so that's where I'm at on this particular journey, and that's what my quest is this week. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. I'll take this L, and ending the day at 37,683. And so I think that my goal here is gonna get for this week is to get this above 40. So like 3,000. I think that's doable. 2,500. I think that's doable. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk away on the day, and yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time, and look forward to seeing you guys in the Discord community. Peace.